PPS gang, what is going on? Monday, Valentine's Day. We are back with another YouTube free play. Took Sunday off, had a good Super Bowl. Really profitable. I don't know if you guys do follow me over on Twitter, you did see we had quite a big day over there. Did cash in a plus 650 on the free plays over there with the T. Higgins longest reception of the game. That was a DraftKings play, so really nice to cash in that one. Also had Cooper Kupp to win MVP in our VIP chat. Was awesome to see that hit. Gatorade color, little off. National Anthem was a nice winner. She held out those last notes. I was sitting there with some buddies if we were watching. I'm like, she was cruising. And then all of a sudden she started slowing down for us. Hit the over I think like 112 seconds. So really cool. We were able to cash that. It's always a rush. Don't bet heads or tails. Obviously, don't do that one or who wins the toss or whatever. But we're back. No more football for a while. This poster will be leaving soon. You'll be leaving the group. I end up having to put my Brewers stuff up on the wall and get ready for baseball season, guys. But before that, we got a ton of NCAA basketball. We are getting into the best part of the year. And I'm feeling absolutely fantastic about where we are at in college basketball. One of the weirdest losses I've had in a long time, Buffalo Ball State over 155. They hit a layup one or 2 tenths of the second after the buzzer sounded, and that would have put us over. We lost this one, 154. Like I said, they made a layup, and I believe the buzzer sounded like a tenth of a second earlier, so we ended up dropping that one. But yeah. Like I said, when I need you guys, if you don't follow me over on Twitter, to go do that. That's where I'm going to post most of my stuff. 4-0 yesterday, feeling great about where we're at in free plays right now. And this game immediately stuck out to me. One of my favorite conferences to back. Very excited for this game. Honestly, might add more units to it as the day progresses. But we're going back to the Big Sky Conference. Northern Colorado facing Southern Utah tonight in Northern Colorado. I paid a little bit to buy it down. It was at 156. I wanted to buy that hook off 155.5 minus 120. So I did buy a half point down. So know that I did that. If you guys don't have that option, I would take this up to 156.5. Southern Utah, 22nd in the country at 79 points per game, guys. They're averaging 79 points per game. This is an elite offense that plays really well in this conference. I believe they're second in this conference overall. And they just have a great team here. They're ranked 131 in adjusted offense, 212 in adjusted defense. But they're playing at a pretty quick tempo, 90th in the country in pace. Northern is actually 39th in the country at 77.7 points per game. So on average, this game should go over by a couple points. But both defenses really do struggle, right? Adjusted defense gives you a decent metric, but when we're looking at this Northern Colorado defense, they are absolutely awful. 321 in the country in adjusted offense, and they play at a fast pace, which does not help that defense. They're so bad. 327 in the country allowed in points. They allow 45% shooting percentage from the field. 282nd in the country in shooting percentage allowed at 45%. So these guys do not play good defense, and they're at home here, which is very good for them. This is a pick'em spread, which I love to see in these tight games, in a game that is very important to both sides for conference standing reasons. So we have a team that ranks 316 in 3-point percentage allowed here. And Southern Utah's defense, that's Northern Colorado allowing that at 316 from the 3-point line. So not very good. Southern Utah around 73.5 points per game allowed. And both of these teams are very offensive driven here. Southern Utah has 4 11-point scorers, very diverse scoring here. But when you go to Northern Colorado, they have 4 11-point scorers as well. But they also have the best player on the court every time they go out there in this conference. Dalen Kuntz is an absolute beast, 21 points per game, 40% 3-point shooter, which is huge in this matchup. In the first game that these guys played to a 172-point total, played to a high 70s possession rate, And also 16 missed free throws in that one, which is really weird because both teams shoot above 70% or 70. Let me check here. Now I'm going to be bothered here. I think it was 74, 71 and 72. So still decent percentage, but they were obviously under that in the first matchup. When we do these one game here, I'll do some trend work. In Northern Colorado, trends are fantastic for the over. Northern Colorado is 7-1 in the over as home favorites in their last 8 home games. 6-1 as their last 6-1 to the over in their last 7 games at home overall. 12-3 to the over as favorites in their last 15 games. Northern Colorado can score on anybody. Like I said, the pace should be here. Northern Colorado 76th in pace this year. Southern Utah 90th in pace. So I don't really think that this is going to be a slowdown spot for anybody. A lot of fouls in that first game. Northern Colorado screams overs because offensively they're ranked 75th in the country in adjusted offense, 321 adjusted defense. And this Southern Utah team is a decent offensive side, plays fast, and this offense can just stroke it. I think that Southern Utah's numbers are very, very skewed as well. Obviously, I told you they're ranked 212 adjusted defense, but the adjusted offenses of the teams they've been playing is 291. So they're not playing anybody. And you've seen in a few of their matchups here, when they have gone up against the better competition in this conference, they've been giving up some points. Obviously, just gave up 78 to Montana, 72 to Eastern Washington. We've seen them give up 82 to Portland State, 92 to Weber State. So when you get up here, you're going to start seeing some points allowed. 91 to Northern Colorado in this first matchup. So they're not as good as that adjusted defense tells you they are, right? Their metrics are better because they haven't been playing that great of teams. And really, you could go back to the beginning of their year. They played St. Mary's as one of their tougher schedule starts. California, obviously not that great. Dixie State. So those teams are not great offensively. So I really think that this Northern Colorado team can put up points. I love this pick'em spread. I think both team totals are 78.5. 78.5 on every single book. So I think this is going to be a very fun game. Going to come down to the end. Possible overtime thing there. Maybe plus 900 sprinkle on overtime on DraftKings is not a bad spot because I think this game is going to be fun. I think it's going to be fast. And I think it's going to come down to the end. So not going to pick a side. I'm going to take the offenses. I'm going to roll with Northern Colorado, Southern Utah, over 155.5, minus 120 at 1.5 units, guys. Absolutely love this play. And I'm very excited to hopefully cash in on a late night Valentine's Day play to finish off the night here with some college hoops. Northern Colorado over 155.5, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. Just past 900. Obviously didn't get to do the giveaway for the Super Bowl, but push it to that 1K mark. Again, dropping the likes, subscribing, everything that you guys do helps me out a ton and appreciate it and allows me to put out more content. So thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Go Colorado, and let's see some points from Southern Utah.